Good evening, Rocket League fans. Welcome to Minor League Doubles.
There's still a big chance here for anyone to take this in regulation, and this is
No!
10 seconds are gone, and the ball.
With both members of Orange out of net right now, towards the net. This is a need. Numerics puts it in. This game's not over yet.
Bring out your predictions. Bring out your scores. Let's see where we go. Game 7. Winner moves on. Loser goes home. Fridge in position. Scores.
Just an insane series.
I just typed the chat. I can feel my heartbeat. It's so tense.
What a series. Hello everybody, welcome to Minor Leagues Doubles. As you can see, Dazarin did not make showtime quite yet. He's out walking his dog. He'll be with us shortly, but it is Sunday. That means it's Showdown Sunday, and on deck first, it is a question of whether or not the Ducks can make it 20 straight weeks without dropping a series. Well, I would have Dazarin to talk about this one, but overwhelmingly, MLD Fantasy Pick'em has the Ducks winning this one. It is a split across all three of the results here. Most of the people favoring, actually all of the people favoring the Ducks on this one here. However, over half the respondents, I believe it's 11 or 12 of the 11 or of the 23 pick'ems this week, have the Ducks winning this one 5-0. And that should tell you everything you need to know about the Ducks roster right now, up and down. These guys are playing out of their minds and have been for over a season and a half. Atomic and Little Giant for the blue and yellow today, up against Clay Bagel and Migas for the elite. Teams are in, and giving Dazarin 20 seconds more to get in here. Nope. We're just going to get this one underway. Hopefully Dazarin will get in the middle of this game, but we'll send out the signal to the teams momentarily here and get things underway. Really great to see all of you guys out in the chat already so far. Hopefully you guys are having a great weekend. I have had an okay weekend. I see the calls for the cats out there in the chat. My wife is not home to wrangle them up after, so for you to get cats or riot would involve me having to leave the broadcast. And you kind of need me pushing buttons, friends. Back with Night, the site here. 5 minutes on the clock. We shall see who comes out of this one ahead. As Atomic is going to sweep this one early. The Ducks really aggressive off these kickoffs. They will try to get these early plays, set plays if you will. This Little Giant in the corner. Going to bring this one up. Can't get contact on that. Migas takes a swing, doesn't get anything. Clay Bagel will finally bring it under control. Wins a big 50-50 out into the Ducks end. Little Giant, not a lot of boost here. Is going to go, loses the pathing on that one, but luckily gets enough contact as Migas' shot goes wide. Atomic downfield, up out of the corner. Migas reads that one wrong. It's going to fall across. Little Giant sweeps in. And it's a big mistake early for the elite as Migas just loses this one in the lights, falls right in front of the goal, and both Ducks pounce on that one. That is exactly what we were expecting out of them. I think I heard Dazarin sneak into the room. I did hear Dazarin sneak into the room. Dazarin, how you doing? Rip Dazarin. Alright. We'll just keep moving on here. Elite with the ball at midfield here. Need to make contact as Atomic comes in for the 50-50. Still stays on the elite side of center. Little Giant with a hold. Elite desperately trying to clear this away. They just continue to put this ball awkwardly off their own sideboards. The Ducks are going to wait back. Little Giant with the shot. Clay Bagel can't tip it away, and the Ducks just have to let the elite circle in their own end, and it's contact by Migas. It doesn't go very far. Little Giant stays on the end of it, straight into the net there as Clay Bagel just cannot get on top of that one to tip it away. 2-0 Ducks here as they stake an early lead in game 1. Atomic high off the sideboard here. Don't think he's got a ton of boost. Feathering it hard. Clay Bagel up off the crossbar will tip it away. In the corner now. Migas bumped by Little Giant here. Little Giant, great job to bring it under control. Clay Bagel wins the challenge, gets up to the ceiling to take that one away. As far as Atomic up for this one, looking for the drop, feathering the boost heavily. Migas tips it to the corner where Little Giant keeps it under control. Clay Bagel in his net, waiting a little bit on this one here. It's a 2-on-1 as Little Giant goes up over the top, looking for Atomic, too wide. Atomic cuts that one in front, should be an easy play for Migas. Kind of loses that in the seam. And the Ducks try a little bit of work to keep the pressure on. Atomic is out of boost, grabs the corner, will secure. Clay Bagel up off the ceiling. Looking for the boost, downfield by Migas. Both the elite players out of boost here, trying to win a challenge here. It's a way through Little Giant, tries to win that dribble. Ends up harmless in the corner for now. Migas needs to be careful here, he's going to leave an opening. Bounce pass. Clay Bagel helpless to watch that one as Atomic will chip it over top of Migas. That weak touch there getting picked off easily. We talk about it a lot with teams that play against the Ducks. You just cannot give them easy balls to maintain pressure, and as soon as that happens, 2 touches in the net, all of a sudden the Ducks with a pretty heavy lead here in game 1. Atomic looking for a bit of the Muay touch, cleared away by Clay Bagel. Migas with control, a little bit rushed, loses that ball to Little Giant. Clay Bagel out of boost, needs a big clear from his teammate here, doesn't go long. Little Giant, however, taps it back in towards Atomic, who does well to keep it under control. Everybody starts to reset, grabs boost. Little Giant on the dribble. Flicks this one out, looking for Atomic. Good pass, straight at goal. Migas should have this one, has the angle wrong, flips the wrong way. And the next thing you know, it's 4-0 Ducks. As Little Giant to Atomic, shot is right at Migas, but he backs up just a little bit. Need to pull that handbrake, try and get the front of the car on it so he could front flip into it and clear it away. Ducks off the kickoff again. Atomic looking for another, will get one, took a couple of deflections off a car, off the bar and in. And the Elite are just shell-shocked right now, cannot deal with this offense from the Ducks. My overlays are showing up. That is frustrating. 5-0 Ducks. We continue on here through game 1. The Elite trying to get a little bit of momentum going into this one. That's an opportunity there. Migas just past Atomic. Gets credit for the bicycle goal there as it looked a little awkward. I think if he hit that full power to the right, would have been able to clear that one away from Atomic. If anybody has seen Dazarin, you tell him to DM me on Discord. I know he's here. He's in the channel. I heard him. Little Giant off the kickoff. Migas out of the backfield. Hard lateral. That's going to be a shot on goal. Clay Bagel is the first to it. Keeps it away from Atomic. Little Giant tapping in front. Should be a clear for Clay Bagel. Kind of loses that in the corner here. Dangerous play. Both the Elite in the corner now. Has to play backwards here. Needs something. Can't do it. And Little Giant, it's an awkward little touch. But it's just enough to go by. It's Clay Bagel and Migas caught in the same corner. Cardinal sin of 2v2. 2 cars, 1 spot. Usually ends up in your goal. Manatee reporting Dazarin having audio issues. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he'll get those sorted out momentarily. Atomic downfield. Elite really needing to try and dig deep, find a way out of this one. Probably won't be this game, but scores reset as soon as that ball hits the ground at 0 seconds. Out front, Migas a little rushed on that touch. Atomic has the luxury of time, space on an open net, puts it straight in. And the Elite, we talked about it on Friday, the most important part of Rocket League is hitting the ball. Unfortunately, Migas does not do that, and Atomic just picks up the pieces and sends us on a trip to South America. Migas off the kickoff, aggressively out to that one. You need to do that against the Ducks. They will cheat on a lot of these. Being aggressive to that ball off the kickoff, very important. At least get a challenge on that one. This is Little Giant with control. Migas takes it away into the corner. Atomic tries to get it past, will do so on the second touch. Little Giant up high looking for Atomic. Long way to go to get there. Migas will tip it away. Little Giant, second attempt, far post, will hit, goes away. Negus gets that downfield, doesn't have any boost, misses the side one, tries for the challenge, doesn't make contact. Claybagel up a little bit slow, doesn't get the ball, goes underneath it. Little Giant off the post and away. Atomic grabbing boost at the midfield. We'll just wait on this one. They don't need to score here. Up 7-1. Just looking to run the clock out, and there it is. Ducks win game 1. Never much in doubt from the first couple of minutes. And the Elite just really need to not give up such easy balls to the Ducks. And we've talked about it time and time again over the course of a number of scenarios with playing the Ducks in general, is that you kind of just have to let the Ducks play their game, but you just can't give them easy opportunities to pick up the ball. And weak touches are something that they feed off of, like bread. Although bread kind of, you know, makes them a little bit bloated. So hopefully the Elite will be able to figure that one out. Move on into game number 2. Reset with the score at 0-0. Ducks with control off the kickoff. A little awkward from Little Giant. Claybagel, good opportunity to take it away. Forces Atomic into an awkward save, but he gets control of the ball. Negus launches that one up, tries to get that one around. It's down for Claybagel, a little too close to Little Giant though. Second opportunity, Atomic's in a good spot to tip it away. Not a lot of power. Little Giant, weak touch away. This is the opportunity the Elite wanted, and they turned the script around. Migas waiting for a weak touch in front of the Ducks net, gets 2 of them, one from Atomic, one from Little Giant, and Migas, before either can recover, flips it into the upper 90 and puts it at 1-0 Elite. More of that is required. Face off into the Elite end. Migas grabs boost, leaves the ball a little bit long. Up high, Atomic, off the side. Very good play. Little Giant tries to get that in. Both Elite go for that. Will stay away. Migas up high. Little Giant up for contact. Doesn't get any. Held in by Atomic. Claybagel out of the corner. Needed to make contact. We'll go back into the Ducks' end. Migas keeping this under control. Atomic will pick it up. Demoed. Actually, gets the demo on Migas. Flashed across the screen there. Wasn't sure who got whom, but it's Atomic who gets Migas. It's enough to set up the goal. And the next thing you know, tie game. Claybagel actually getting contact on the challenge. Just threw it up at the angle. That's unfortunate on that one. And it's 1-1 now. Ball in front of the Elite net. Atomic needs to put that one away. Can't do it. Pulls it wide left. Claybagel winning that challenge. Continuing to chase this down. Will secure the boost. Little Giant does enough to get it up and over. Now it's with Atomic. Atomic on the dribble. Challenged by Claybagel. Little Giant up. Can't put it anywhere, but still back into the corner. Migas up high to clear away. Looking for the Tarzan swing. Jumps too high as the ball hits sharply. Comes down. Claybagel a little out of position in net, almost runs into his teammate, but he wins the challenge downfield. Has an open net to work with. Too much time. Ducks are going to get back and clear that away, as unfortunately Claybagel just can't find the handle in the corner. The Ducks low on boost. At least Little Giant is. Atomic now into the corner. Claybagel with control. Still trying to keep this ball away. Wins that one away from Little Giant. Migas, low boost. Just wants to touch this under control. Bails out, looks for boost, and they reset the rotations. 1-1, halftime here. Game 2, Ducks took Game 1 by a score of 7-1. Claybagel's gonna miss the touch, and Atomic makes him pay as he loses it in the lights. The Ducks on a quick counter-attack. The Elite playing well up to this point, but Claybagel just doesn't get the timing right, flying right underneath it. And Atomic will pick that one off, and the Ducks take a lead here just past halftime. Elite win that one. Back to Claybagel. Doesn't get the contact he wanted. Then panics a little bit on here. And Atomic lofts it goalward. Migas gets the save. A couple of touches. Follow up from Little Giant right into Claybagel. As the Elite play with fire here early. Migas up late around. Atomic finishes the job. As Migas doesn't read the flight of the ball correctly on this shot. Up off the backboard and down. Migas gets a little bit too far in front of it. Goes around the ball. And Atomic off his own rebound puts that one in. 2 goals in quick succession for the Ducks. They're up by 2. Little Giant looking for a double touch off the boards. Will get it. A little too high. Couldn't shoot it down. Elite bringing this one out. We'll get a shot off the bar as Atomic. Migas trying to get something away. Panics on it, and Little Giant finishes it off. 3 goals now in just under a minute for the Ducks as they start scoring. Migas trying to zero out there. Just cannot find the block he needed. Ducks looking for the quick kickoff again. Double 50-50. The Elite will win that one. Migas trying to get that one past Atomic. No boost to do so, and no chance to cut the lead down there. Claybagel trying to bring it under control. Migas centers that ball. Claybagel in the same corner. Elite don't have a lot of passing options here as they're both really close to the ball. The Atomic to clear away as Migas looks for a couple off the backboard. Atomic down for Little Giant, has the Elite backwards, and that'll do it as it's 5-1 Ducks here. They score 4 past halftime, and the next thing you know, the Elite looking like they might be facing South America yet again. Dazrin in the game, still not quite yet able to get his voice working. That is unfortunate. I was looking forward to having him on the cast today. But alas, alack, as my good friend Achieves would say, sometimes the ball just does not bounce that way. Little Giant looking for an angle off the backboard. Claybagel gets it away. Misses his second touch, and Atomic brings it into the corner. Little Giant up a couple of times, trying to get this ball away. Claybagel has boost, and time will bring it under control. Little Giant aggressively into the corner. Claybagel's up. Migas looking for a touch as well. Nobody gets one here as the Ducks flap in front of their goal. Nobody getting contact. Everybody jumping around that ball. Nobody making contact, and the Ducks clear away. Ducks pointed backwards here. A little bit of contact from Atomic is enough to throw off Migas here. Time, however, running out. The Elite want one more for the road. They started this game brightly, and they'll get it here. No, they won't. Little Giant gets across and denies them the 0-second goal. Wouldn't have mattered on the scoreboard, but they keep the stats down. And the Ducks with a flurry of offense on the short side of halftime. And they find themselves up 2-buzz in the series. Still no Dazrin, as he's still trying to get his audio sources sorted out. I know he's in the lobby. I have seen him. And hopefully he gets himself sorted out, and at least on Skype, so we can stare at him, point, and laugh. But hopefully he will have this one figured out. Or you'll just have to listen to me NPR casting for the rest of the evening. One more matchup coming up after this one will be the Sharks and the Pirates, as the Sharks want to make up some ground on a Storm division that kind of got turned on its head earlier this week. As the Lightning finally dropping some games, ending up falling out of the #1 spot in that division. And the Blue Conference wildcard starting to turn into a real tough race for everybody involved. Daz are not readying up, so everybody can press their blame Daz macros in the chat. It is 100% accurate at this point. Tough series right now for the Elite. They were playing really well up until the halfway point of that last game. Unfortunately, the wheels just coming off, giving up 4 goals in the final 2.5 minutes. Falling behind now 2-0 in the series. The game waiting for Dazrin to time out on his team join to end up in spectator mode, no problem. Kickoff here again. Game 3 on your screen now. It's the Ducks winning the kickoff. Might have to switch to TeamSpeak, but to do so, I have to juggle my audio sources. Dazrin saying that he needs me to use TeamSpeak. I will actually have to completely change around my audio settings. Cannot do it at this point, as the game currently ongoing. It'll be Migas looking for the breakaway, just can't bring it down. Unfortunately, losing out on that ball as it just slips away from him. Tries to get on the backflip. Little Giant, no boost. Will just duck away from that one. Both the Elite jump on that, and that's a big overcommit here. If they don't get contact, they will. Claybagel, no boost, still needing to bail out of this one a little bit sooner, actually. Held in by Little Giant. Claybagel out of the corner. Miga is very tight to the near post. Gotta be careful with this ball. Claybagel, really awkward backflip, trying desperately to hit that ball. His teammate was there on a good clear, and the Ducks will maintain possession. Little Giant wins that challenge up quickly off the boards. Touchdown. Migas in position. Can't get the contact. Came out a little bit quickly, and Atomic puts it up over the top. And the Ducks will take the lead. Little Giant just gets that around Migas. Got a little bit too far off the goal line there. Snuck behind him, and Atomic cuts that one off. Directs it goalward. 1-0 Ducks. Elite falling behind here early on in this game. Chance to get back in it quickly. Ball up in front of the Ducks net now. The Elite trying to circle this one around, get a little bit of possession going. If they can keep the boost management game on point, they'd have a really good opportunity to keep this one away, but unfortunately they'll lose the challenge, and it goes downfield. Atomic with boost chases it down, and the double commit defensively past midfield from the Elite leaves an open net back the other way. Bear with me 1 second while I try to get TeamSpeak operational with Dazrin here. Dazrin, if you can hear me, I've juggled my cable around.
Thank you. Hello.
Hey, we've got him. And it's unfortunate for the Elite right now, Daz. Just can't quite get a rhythm going here, and the Ducks, you know, even when they've got them holding together for a few minutes here, one little mistake and it just starts to pile on.
Yeah, right now, I've been watching while dealing with my tech support issues, and it's been rough for the Elite. They've been pressed out into their own zone for the majority of the matchups. Although they try to get clears out, you can just see, like, as Atomic, he just pinches it, brings it downfield, and now I believe is it pronounced Migas?
I'm going with Migas.
Migas. Okay. He gets put in a 2v1 situation a couple of times, but right now they're doing a great job. We have them on the offense here, bringing the ball up, but Atomic's going to clear this one out. Claybagel is trying to keep this into the Ducks end. Little Giant, though, he's going to take this up off the wall. Can he get the second touch? No, he's going to just flick it backwards, flick it over to the zone. Battle with Claybagel for possession here. And now the ball is in Elite zone. Migas going with the clear attempt, but he gets it off this back wall, gives Atomic a space to kind of take a center. Little Giant's going to see if he can make something happen with this as he pops to the side. Atomic's going to go for a shot, but it bounces off that back wall. But right now, it just seems as though Elite are struggling to get the ball out of their own end. Like, that's just a challenge in its own right now. Yeah, they're not making really great contact on the ball at pretty much any juncture of the sequences of play. You see a couple of touches there in the corner. Claybagel doesn't get the one he wants, goes backwards towards Migas, who's low on boost, who then hits Claybagel with his follow-up play, trying to get the ball out of the zone. It's been like that for the whole series right now, and the Ducks have been taking advantage of every opportunity they were given. And they're already up 3-0 in this game. 120 left on the clock, and you can just see Atomic still just sending that ball into the Elite corner. Little Giant with another follow-up. The rotations are on point so far today, as not too many defensive slips on their end. Claybago has a drive downfield. He's going for the carry. 50-50 pinch, but just going to bounce off that back wall. Gets sent to the midfield where Migas is going to go into a defensive role. And I have to watch out for Atomic on that dribble. Gets the pinch, gets the clear. Probably the best clear I've seen from the Elite all day. Where it's unfortunate for the pitch. Oh, there's a center though from Migas. Claybago trying to catch up to it too far back. And Atomic has an open net. He's going to take it off the sidewall though. Trying to center for Little Giant. Little Giant's up, but just not there in time. Atomic's going to clear it to the sidewall. And the Elite are lucky that this lead hasn't been extended to 4.
Yeah, feels side flip for Little Giant. Had a good look at that ball, but they won't matter as they pick off a weak play at midfield. And it's Atomic to Little Giant here. You see that touch by Migas right into Little Giant. And it goes straight over to Atomic, who finishes that one off. The Ducks taking that 4-goal lead now. 30 seconds just under left, as no way back in it for the Elite now.
Yeah, and I just want to talk to you about Elite's positioning in this matchup, where you see Claybago move forward while Migas is on the dribble. This is what led to the goal, as he's just trying to play more aggressive. And you think in their situation, would you rather be like in Claybago's mindset where you're moving forward, or just kind of just try to like bring the ball back or play defensive for the rest of the match?
I think the problem right now is that the Elite just need to hit the ball in a spot that isn't going to be a spot where the Ducks are going to pick it up next. And that's just the biggest problem with a lot of teams that play against the Ducks right now. They don't hit the ball with a plan in mind to follow it up, be able to chase it down and make another play on it. So their opponents are the ones who get the next touch. And with the Ducks being so clinical with their touch, with the efficiency they have, don't have Skype ready yet, Des. So we tried to get them back on the air, but we couldn't quite get the camera situation sorted out. We have them in voice.
Hey.
Maybe got that figured out. We'll try and get that figured out as soon as we can.
Yeah, I gotta also fix some things going on with Discord as well, because my mic and Discord are just like nah. So we're moving here into the next game. I believe this is game 3.
Game 4, actually. Sorry.
Game 4. Oh, rip me. The Ducks seem to have this basically in their bag. Elite are just trying to still be able to get another game for themselves as we get into the kickoff. Claybago gets a nice bounce over Atomic. Little Giant's coming up, but Claybago with the 50-50. Migas very close on the play. That's going to be dangerous. Claybago flying it up, keeping it popped up. Migas gets the touch. It's Migas. Oh, man. And Little Giant sends the ball down the field. Claybago ends up challenging there on the 50-50. Atomic and Migas. I keep saying Migas.
Migas is right.
I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh, man. I've never had so much trouble with one name before. Migas. Okay. A name I know for a fact, Atomic. With a nice air carry downfield. Trying to give the Ducks some of that strong offensive possession. Oh, but Migas gets a nice touch. That's center. Claybago with the rotation. He's going to get a quick shot, and the Elite get a first goal on the board.
Really good play by Migas here. Wins it right past Atomic there. A little unlucky that it doesn't go in straight off the post, but Claybago will jump to that one. Little Giant, you see the field's backflip there. Don't think he had enough boost anyway to get there, but the Elite strike first. They've done both of the even-numbered games right now. The problem is they've never been able to hold that lead.
And honestly, it's just, when you have that ball possession, we talked about it last match, just what you do with it. Making sure you don't give away touches and put it into your opponent's possession where they can get a clean shot. Speaking of a clean shot, that's one from Claybago. He's going to extend the lead to 2 with a long shot.
Well, I thought the initial touch from Migas was kind of awkward, but Little Giants was even worse. Put it right up Main Street, where your defenders are pointing straight into the net, and your teammate is in rotation trying to get back. And unfortunately for the Ducks, a really awkward misplay there, a little bit uncharacteristic of them. Leaves an open shot for Claybago to double that lead.
But now Claybago's on his back wall. Needs to get it clear. Little Giant, very close to making that touch. Just misses it. Whips again. Claybago, no boost, but he's going to try to dribble this up downfield. Says, wait, I need boost. Bumps into Migas, and now there's Atomic with the ball. He wanted to get a beautiful air touch. I wouldn't call it a carry or a dribble, but it would have been a nice touch. Doesn't quite get it there. Little Giant though with a quick shot. Clay Bagel makes the save. Ball in the Elite, and Elite again. We've seen them here before where they struggle to clear the ball. I think if they once they do that and they bunch up a couple of times, it almost leads into an opportunity for the Ducks. I feel like that's just what they're waiting for. They send the ball over to the Elite's end, let them play around with it, and then look for a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. The Ducks really capitalize off mistakes, and how about a couple of them in a row here? Miga's rotating back with the ball right on top of him, loses control of this one, and then chases the ball up trying to play that one away, touches it away from Clay Bagel, who would have been able to get a decent clear on that one, and instead they drop it in front of their net and it gets finished off as the Ducks cut the lead down to 1.
Yeah, almost looks like some panic there on the play where Migas realizes Atomic is centering the ball. He doesn't want the ball centered. Like we said, they have a 2-goal score lead, and we're approaching a halftime in 10 seconds. They want to be able to hold that lead. And the fact that you see Atomic centering that ball, knowing Little Giant's most likely going to be there, just brings out a rush for the Elite. And they end up making a mistake that costs them an own goal. But Little Giant doesn't make a mistake on that play off of the wall. Gets an aerial goal to tie it up.
Both teams lined up one behind the other for the, or both players, sorry, for the Elite. Miga's getting caught out there. He's in line with Clay Bagel, who's up off the boards trying to challenge that ball in the offensive corner. And he misses on that one and unfortunately can't turn around in time. And that's one of those things where you have to give your teammates space to make a play. If you stack up right behind them, usually if that ball gets hit clean past them, it's hit clean past you as well and straight into the net. And again, awkward. Elite now down by 1.
Yeah, you see Migas, he gets a flick out center. Little Giant and Atomic both race to make that touch. You look at Clay Bagel, he's in a bad spot, but if he takes his time, just kind of plays it slow on backflips instead of just randomly like jumping in the air and trying to turn your card, just leaving yourself floating, then he's able to make that save. But I just feel like once you have the Ducks on the offensive, there's just a lot of panic that comes out from the Elite, and it's just mistake after mistake. But that's not going to be one as Migas gets a goal, this time off the wall to tie it up.
Definitely one that they needed back here. It's a great shot from Migas. Catches Atomic underneath the ball there. You see him trying to get back out of the corner of your screen. Little Giant already upfield. And another overcommit, this time at midfield from the Ducks. And they get picked off high off the sideboards and ties the game at 3.
A lot of sidewall play coming out from both teams. We've seen players, Little Giant on the Ducks especially, just bringing the ball off the sidewall. Atomic's been trying it as well. Might be a key factor in this match. 3-3, 150 left on the clock though. Atomic, he's on a ground dribble. That's a slow roller headed toward the net. Clay Bagel with the epic save. He has his savior medal. 3 saves already, as well as 2 shots. He's 2 for 2.
Really good shooting accuracy from the Elite right now, but they're still only in this game at a 3-3 tie. You have to figure the Ducks are good for at least one more, Daz. It's going to be up to the Elite to shut them down and look for that winner here.
Speaking of which, Migas again with the sidewall play, trying to get that last touch. Atomic makes it though. Soft touch there from Little Giant, sending it downfield. Clay Bagel with a high shot. That's off the crossbar. Ooh, crossbar coming in clutch today for the Ducks. Little Giant, he's going to take that downfield. Work on some offensive for the Ducks as well. Gets cleared out, but sitting back in from Atomic. 1 minute remaining. This is anybody's ball game as we're tied up. Things are starting to heat up. Pace of game has gotten much faster.
Yeah, it's the closest to anybody's ball game that we've had all series long here. Is the Elite kind of figured out what they need to do to kind of limit the offense for the Ducks. Conversely, the Ducks not really hitting the ball with the same kind of effectiveness that they had in previous games here. Chat's been calling out the double commits here and there on both sides, and it looks like the Ducks are kind of getting the worst of it at this point.
Yep, with 30 seconds left, they're doing what they can on offense. A center from Atomic. Little Giant also trying to center as well, but ends up giving a possession to Clay Bagel, who's going to try to get a flick downfield. He loses it. Now it's Migas having to watch Atomic go up that sidewall. Gets a clear, sending it right back there. Little Giant struggles. That's an open net though. Migas sees it. He's going for the flick. 10 seconds left. Atomic's on his way back, but Migas gets a last second touch. Beats Atomic to the ball and gives the Elite the lead with 7 seconds left.
Little Giant committing in the corner, doesn't get contact. It's a great flick off the rear of Migas' Dominus GT. And Atomic tries to get there, can't do it. As he goes up for the challenge, Migas flicks him over the top. 7 seconds to go, and the Elite here with the lead.
With the lead, but there's Atomic with a quick shot off the kickoff. Clay Bagel, oh, it's barred down, but it's not in. Migas needs to make the flick to get it out the zone. He does, and the Elite are going to take game 4.
Clench time. Right as the ball, they win the face-off exactly how they wanted to. The Ducks draw it up like that every single time on the training pitch, and they're able to get it downfield, but man, oh man, did that one come close.
Yeah, that was very close. Like we said, it was bar down, but not, and bar down and out. And you have Little Giant coming up, Amigas just gets that. He's like, no, he just carries the ball, flicks it away from the Ducks, says, we're taking at least one game from you. So it's going to make this Game 5 interesting. The Elite, they're trying to soften the series loss from the Ducks. And, I mean, it's already a great start winning Game 4 and being able to hold off the Ducks and not going into OT with them. So they have a small amount of momentum boost. But, I mean, what do you think is going to be a factor here?
I think the factor is just continuing to build on what they did correct there in game number 4. They need to make sure that they're not giving up easy touches. They need to make sure that they continue to punish the Ducks when they make those mistakes on their contact and don't get the ball anywhere effective that they need to.
If they can iterate that into their play as we are entering Game 5 of the Ducks versus the Elite. The Ducks have already taken the series by winning the first 3 games, but the Elite are looking to soften the blow by taking the next 2. They've already taken Game 4, trying to take Game 5 as Migas gets a flick down center, goes into a 50-50 with Little Giant, ends up in the middle. Atomic, though, beats Claybago to the ball. He's trying to set up for Little Giant. There's the setup. There's the open net, and Little Giant's going to get it under Migas to score.
Really needed to make sure he got the flip right, did Migas, and unfortunately as he comes across, you see him just side flip instead of front flip. That opens up the angle for Little Giant because his direction of momentum is to the left and down, so Migas has to match that with the momentum of his car to be able to take that one away, and big misplay by the Ducks on defense off that kickoff. Yeah,
Atomic goes for boost here on the kickoff, and they end up missing, and by the time he turns ball cam back on, that ball is already out of his. There's no way he's saving that one, unfortunately. But good for the Elite. They're able to tie up the game. 2 goals scored in quick succession. We still have 4 minutes and 27 seconds left here on the clock, as Little Giant's gonna pop this downfield. Miga sending it over to the sidewall where Atomic's waiting. He tries to bump Atomic out the way, but he goes high. He's trying to set it up for Little Giant. Can he get there? No. Claybago knocks it away. Elite doing a good job on defense. Here's an offensive opportunity. Atomic has to come in for a clutch save to knock out the center from Migas. Migas, though, gets a flick to send it high. Atomic with the ball low. Again, another play off the sidewall. It's supposed to be a pass to Little Giant. Little Giant makes it there. Interesting to see teams on the sidewall. We usually don't see them play too much off the sidewall or start going for, air dribbles or air carries. And now, with that iterated, I mean, they see it works. You can catch a team out of position with a nice shot off of that sidewall if you have the accuracy.
Exactly. And like every mechanic in this game takes practice. You can see a lot of the teams that have players that are really skilled off that side, they're putting in a lot of the hours, a lot of the work to try and improve those mechanics and really be able to come up with something.
Speaking of coming up with something, Elite trying to come up with a win here. 3:15 on the clock. Ball's in the Duck zone. That's a nice shot from Atomic. Migas can't get there, and the Ducks are going to take the lead.
Really nice shot from Atomic here. Picks up the one touch there. Migas trying to get back. And you see that little corner off the Octane. Those shots are deceptive because their angle's wrong. And Migas, unfortunately, flipping again underneath the ball, rolling below it and not up into it. I think a front flip, again, needed to happen on that one, as that Dominus hitbox just not quite making contact with the ball there.
Leader down by 1 with 3 minutes left. Ball's in there in though. Migas trying to get this cleared out. Ends up getting it past Atomic. Now going for a small flick. He wants to flick it past Little Giant, but Little Giant has that red all day. Atomic now popping the ball out for Little Giant. Pass intercepted, but not stopping the drive as Atomic gets it, but it's just, Little Giant gets it just off the crossbar. There's Atomic now. He's trying to set it up for Little Giant. Yet again, Little Giant in the air. He's going to slam that home. Gives the Ducks the 3. Elite have 1.
Migas, unfortunately, no boost in net, which means this one is completely indefensible. Little Giant just goes up, posterizes him on the dunk over top, and Migas helpless to watch that one go in.
I wonder if we're ever going to see, actual posterized posters in Rocket League. That'd be fun.
Maybe.
Depends. But, speaking of Ducks, Little Giant gets dunked almost. Well, I guess it's a dunk if it goes in, but gets cut out though by Migas. Speaking of Migas, he's on the defensive end for the Elite. Right now has 2 saves, no shots from him or any assists. He's kind of been stuck in his own end. The Elite haven't really been on offense too much after that early goal from Claybago winning that kickoff. They just haven't been able to get the ball out of their zone and set up anything established.
A lot of that comes down to their boost pathing right now. They're getting stuck a lot of times without boost. Again, go on to Migas' cam here. 0 boost as he makes a save. And they just don't secure their corners. And if they don't secure their corners, they're not securing pads in the interim either. They end up chasing the ball around a little bit too much, trying to make that contact, and then not prioritizing a little bit more of their smaller pads to keep themselves topped up.
Finally, with a drive on the Ducks end, but it comes up short. Claybago still fighting to keep that drive alive. That ball's off the wall, gets a nice flick, but Atomic's there to boom it back downfield. It's going to end up in the Elite's corner, where Migas is trying to take control of it. It gets knocked away. Claybago now driving just downfield. There's Atomic. He needs to get past him, but he can't. Atomic's going to send that back to the side. It bounces up. Migas is trying to make a touch. Claybago on his way back, but there's a shot from Atomic. Oh, just gets blocked there from Migas. 1 minute remaining. Downfield opportunity. There's the flick from Migas. Is it on target? No! Atomic's going to knock that away and get the save.
Unfortunately, Migas ran out of boost. We talked about it a lot in the course of this game. Not enough boost is coming up as a big problem for the Elite here. And Atomic with a massive pinch on the save, getting that all the way away. Claybagel's weak touch, panicking a bit on that one with no pressure. Sets it up for Atomic on a plate. That's just about going to do it for the Ducks here. 4-1 in Game 5. Looking like it might match the series score.
Yep. And looked at both members on that last play, and you're absolutely right. None of them had boost. Oh, critical miss there. Claybago, though, can he get one downfield? Oh, again, no boost from Claybago, so no pressure. That's all gone. 30 seconds remaining now. And Migas using his boost just to flick the ball downfield. He wants to be able to keep control of it. Has to make sure he does that when he makes a dangerous flick like that. But now he's out of boost. Leaves the ball. Claybago has to come up, but Little Giant just there in time. Gets some flicks. He's running out the clock. Atomic with a pinch. That's on target. Claybago has to make a save. Little Giant's not there. Atomic's going to send another shot. That's going to go in, bringing their lead up 5 to the Elite 1.
A really good challenge on the sideboards by Atomic. Claybago doing really well to tip that off the post and away, but unfortunately nobody able to follow up in front, and Atomic with the last of his boosts rotating in to finish that one off as the Ducks put this one out of reach. 5-1 will probably be the final score of this game. 4-1 the final of the series, as the Ducks go on to win their 20th consecutive competitive series in minor league doubles.
That's a streak, if any. It was actually a very impressive showing, though, especially from Little Giant. I haven't really seen too much of his play, just from my personal perspective. I might be out of touch, but for just coming in watching for the series, he's performed well. He rotates well with Atomic, and Atomic is just he's doing what he has been doing for the past 2 seasons, and that's just be the star he is.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, to have seen Little Giant grow from the start of the season where, you know, they dropped a couple of games early to believe it was the Hawks on week 1. Oh, Daz, your microphone on your webcam is on, and it was dark in your room. Hang on, let's turn Dazarin on, shall we? Ta-da! There he is. We got Dazarin on Skype. Did I lose him on TeamSpeak, though?
No.
Okay, good. All right, Daz. We're good. How about a giveaway, Daz? We got a free Steam gift code to give away here, guys. We've got the tickets running in the chat. Last chance, guys, to get in on your giveaway here. Exclamation tickets in the chat. It cost 15 loaves each. That means you have to have been watching for half an hour and have been a subscriber on the list. If you're not on the list, if you don't have loaves because you're a subscriber and I haven't added you to the list, get in touch with me. I will add you during the break while I have some time. Last call. We're going to give this one away any second now. What do you think, Daz? Now? Oh, he's going to do the Jeopardy fee. Lod saying the winner of the Steam gift card. Get in touch with Cathexis in the chat, either via DM or message him on Discord. Be able to pick up your code for your free game on Steam. But we're going to throw it over to break. When we come back, it'll be the Sharks and the Pirates, as the Sharks look to continue their climb up the Storm Division standings. The Pirates looking to right the ship at the top of the Sun Division. You're watching Minor League Doubles Showdown Sunday night here on the MLE Network, and we'll be right back.